Okay, this is a really early impression. Please take it for what it is. Subnautica is that one deep dive adventure game that everyone loves. So what made me come so close to quitting the game only after a few hours of playing it? From the beautiful environments, the encyclopedia that honestly probably holds the whole early game's loop on its shoulders. From the crafting, to finding materials, to the base building, all the way to the world building and you trying to scan everything within it. What made me feel like I wanted to quit? It's quite simple actually. I just didn't look up. After been playing through Outer Wilds, I think the biggest thing that I'm noticing with this game compared to that is I'm missing a lot of direction. There's like, it doesn't really let you know where to go, like at all. Subnautica videos are exactly like Japanese cars. There will be spoilers ahead. Okay, hear me out. Subnautica has a perspective problem. Initially I felt like the world was really empty. Soulless even. Every mission marker was just a point A to point B fetch quest. Even when I looked around, I just didn't find anything. There was no points of interest at all. Radio call after radio call. Go to life pod. Pick up item X. Listen to a recorded audio that didn't really mean anything to you. It doesn't lead anywhere. And then you return to your life pod and you repeat that. I feel like I'm just complaining. I'm having a good time. I just don't feel like I'm having a good time, I guess. I'm very dependent on progression. A lot of my gaming when I'm playing is like I enjoy progressing all the time. And in this game I don't feel like I'm progressing towards anything really. Like these radio calls that I have, I feel like they should be like, hey, head in this direction and you'll find something that's actually relevant to the story. Right now I found that there was a dead guy that crash landed that was famous. It's like, okay, so what? This, in combination with the constant bottom scraping of resources, we'll return to this a little bit later, really messed me up when I finally got to the initial big aha moment. Second officer crew log. To all crew, if you're reading this and you have followed the automated distress signal broadcast by this lifeboat's onboard computer, contrary to my orders, I have been forced to evacuate. Your orders are to disregard my safety and attempt to reach the designated rendezvous coordinates at the nearest landmass. I hope to see you there. You see, about 4 hours into the gameplay, you get this radio call, where you're told to go investigate a meeting point on the first island that you find. You go there and you're told that these survivors decided to make it for the ship instead, Aurora.
Board the Aurora, repair the long-range comms, make contact with the other survivors. We can't be the only two that made it.
Those are not the orders the captain gave me, and they are not the orders I'm giving you.
This isn't chain of command, it's survival.
My obligations as acting commander don't turn on their convenience. Get out of the water.
If I get into trouble, I'll send you my coordinates.
I can't let you go alone.
Then come with me.
You don't leave me much choice.
Received emergency transmission from Second Officer Keane, 2 hours after last activity.
Rendezvous was a failure. Intercepted a transmission from Altera HQ. Seems they sent a data package to the Aurora. We were intercepted by a Leviathan-class predator before we could reach the ship. Consider the CTO and I lost at sea. Be safe. Keane, out.
Initially, this felt great. It was finally something I could tie to what I've seen in the world already. No longer did the radio calls speak about unseen dangers and cliff edges that I just didn't really have an issue with. There wasn't an issue, I thought. I did another fetch quest and I finally got a first taste of direction in the game. So this island is big. If you look around a little bit, you'll see on one of the hilltops that there's these two circular structures connected with a fairly large hallway. And if you look over on the other side of this mountain, you'll find a very similar structure there as well. Not only this, if you keep looking around a little bit in between these mountains, it's a simple structure with some really useful habitat parts I would have loved and didn't have at this point. And of course this purple thing. Anyway, this is what I did. There we go. That's right. I didn't see any of that. It didn't even cross my mind that there would be something next to a quest marker. The moon isn't out during the day, so there's no reason to look up, right? What are we actually working for here? Maybe I should try to make a... Oh wow, look at that moon. This game is beautiful, dude. Actually crazy. And honestly, I don't feel like this is entirely my fault. The game spends hours training you to look down. To begin with, I didn't get a good perspective of the aurora exploding. I was way too busy fighting stalkers at the bottom of the ocean. Quantum detonation has occurred on Aurora's drive core.
A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9...
Are you trying to eat me?
3, 2...
I'm gonna die. Should probably have been wanting to see that, but also I should probably not have been on the surface. Big boom just happened. Radiation suit. I also didn't have any perspective of where the story was going by this point in the game. But I really think that I've been using the word perspective a little bit too much already, so let's just get into it, alright? You learn quickly in Subnautica that whatever is of interest will always be below you. The only interesting thing on the surface or above will of course be the moon. Everything else that will be of any interest to you will always be below you. Limestone doesn't float after all. All of the markers and the beacons will be below you. All of your resources will be below you. That scary sound will be below you. It's just a sand shark. But you better look up. Because if you don't, you're gonna miss all of this exploration, and you're gonna think the game is something that it's not. Subnautica is not a strictly crafting survival game. There is a story here. You can explore. Adventure is just around the corner. But you will miss it all unless you start by actually looking up. So let me know, did you explore the island on your first playthrough? Everything interesting seems to be staying below you, so you can leave a comment there as well. And I know you might go, oh, it's the first island, Keanomy, it's expected that you don't find everything on your first go around. Sure, whatever. I will continue my playthrough of Subnautica. I'm actually enjoying it. There's a mystery here and there's an adventure to have here. I expected to see where it leads, and I'm really excited to see where it leads. So yeah, Subnautica expects you to look up. I just wish the game, from the beginning, instead of chat, had given me a reason to do so. Correct, but you only touched on like 20% of that island. Yeah, but if I'm gonna... That's what I'm saying. The problem for me is that I don't get... There is no guidance to why do I need to look for something on that island. I have a target, I have a objective to where I need to go on the island. They gave me that. And that told me you should not be on the island, there's nothing here anymore. You should go to the ship. Right? So why would I spend time on the island then when they clearly tell me that, hey, whatever you're looking for is actually not here anymore. Like when I went to another location in Outer Wilds, I got told that you need to go here to find this thing. And then when I got there, I found like 3 different things as well that pointed me in other locations. I went to that island, I found that location, and then it told me go to this next place. There's nothing around there to see. It was literally just a hole with water. And with that, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope I'll see you in a future video as well. If you want to see more of this, click that subscribe button. This is a new concept for me. I haven't done too many of these videos before. So if you have any comments, any ideas, let me know down in the comment section below. It's not impossible that I make another video on Subnautica. I have a lot of thoughts. So if you want to see that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.